Here with Bethel head basketball coach Craig Brehon after his team's exciting double overtime win over Lake Taylor. Coach, it's got to be nice to get the bad taste out of your mouth. You lose an overtime game with Hampton, just an electric atmosphere on Tuesday night with your city rival. You lose by 2 to Woodside last night, and your kids fought back down most of the game, and you win it in OT. How's it feel?
It feels really good. I mean, we came into this game down. Our kids were dejected. The way they played last night, we didn't have any energy. We played out of desperation at the end and fell out on the short end of the stick. Coming out this game tonight, down 16-6. Everyone against us. The kids crawled and they fought and they got back in it. And the way you get back in it is you got to have an effort and you got to defend. Jor wasn't challenging anything the first half. He was flat-footed and just playing very lethargic. I kind of got into him at halftime and told him, we need you to step forward and challenge shots, block shots, and be a presence in the paint. I thought he did that the second half.
17 points, 20 rebounds, and 8 blocks, I think was the stat sheet final numbers say. I mean, the 6'11" center going to Providence, is that we talked about before the game that, he can either be dominant or some nights he's just non-existent. First half he was non-existent, but was that the best finish he's had to a game?
It is the best finish he's had to a game, and he can do that each and every game. It may not be a scoring presence for us, but in terms of protecting that rim and altering shots and rebounding the way he did in the second half, if he can piggyback this type of game throughout the rest of the season, we'll be really, really fine.
I thought Jeremiah Owusu kept you in the game in the first half. Cam Baycoat just a steady hand all game long, but to go with Dickens' dominance at times, especially on defense. Matthew Harrod gave you a lift off the bench. I know he fouled out late in the game, but he made a couple of key plays that kept you from losing this game, I thought.
Well, Matthew did. I mean, we're kind of skeptical really put him out there because he's been inconsistent lately, but his defensive effort was really good tonight. He did a good job of pressuring and containing. Jeremiah's will. When we get down, we can always rely on him in terms of being the guy with that effort, that will to will us to possessions and keeping the ball alive, and he did that for us tonight.
I even walked by your huddle a couple times. I heard him just barking, getting the guys fired up, clapping his hands on defense. I imagine at halftime he probably did that in the locker room because I think he sensed that your defensive effort wasn't where it needed to be in the first half.
Well, it felt like he was the only one really playing at the level he needed to play at, and so it is contagious, He was kind of challenging the guys. I need you all to be with me. And we're not going to shoot well, but we can get stops. We got a chance, and that's what happened.
You know what a streak can do for a team. You won 18 in a row last year. You started this year off of 5 straight. This could have been your 3rd straight loss. To get this win, and knowing the other night, the blueprint sort of out on these Bruins is, well, stop the big 3 of Dickens, Owusu, and Bayco. But you've seen the last couple of games, whether it be Deshaun Coleman, Harrod, who we touched on, even Miles Barrett, your point guard, who's playing better. You've seen guys step up. Was this, I guess, a moment that could have changed your season had you lost this game, or winning it change your season at all?
Well, we're fortunate to win. Obviously, if we had lost, that would have been 3 in a row, and we were already down coming into this game. But I told the kids, and I challenged them at halftime, and I said this. They put 3 of you guys on the marquee as our marquee guys. We need you guys each and every night to step forward. These other kids around are waiting for you guys to perform and excel. And so we go as they go. It would have been really, really tough to respond out of this because we don't have much game experience guys on the team this year. And I thought Harrod played well tonight. Deshaun Coleman came back in toward the end of the game. Big two free throws to seal the game for us, and that big rebound at the end when they missed a shot. So those guys are going to some good minutes. And Miles Barrett stayed with the ball, didn't turn it over, made a key layup toward the end in the overtime, so he's been solid for us as well.
Pretty draining week. You have a double overtime game, an overtime game, and a 2-point game.
Yeah,
It'd be nice to get a laugher, wouldn't it?
It is a lot to deal with, but I like it. I told the kids this was a regional field for us, and we normally had, in the last couple of years, we kind of come out on the short end with this regional field game. It was big for us. I've scheduled a tough non-conference schedule for us this year against some really, really good teams to kind of see where we are, and this was a big win for our confidence.
Thanks so much. Congrats on the win.
Thank you, man.